All right, you know what we're here to talk about. Next one, like a ridiculous game on Wednesday. Mikal Bridges turned into like KD with defense at 1 in the morning. I was like losing my mind in my room. But anyways, let's just look at the stuff. Look at the plays, look at the shots, all that jazz, and I'll get you out of here quickly enough. I'm sure you have actual important things to do, unlike me, who just watches the Knicks game tape like 4 times over. All right, so first clip here, nothing really all that crazy. You're gonna see Mitch. It's a nice screen here for Mikal Bridges. And one thing you're gonna notice a lot here is Donovan Clingan is in a very deep drop, and for some reason, Chauncey Billups just kept him in that all night long. I really don't know what he was thinking. You know, Being a fan of a Tom Thibodeau coach team, I am well aware how annoying the non-adjusting head coach archetype can be. However, when it's the other team doing it, it's boy, that's a very, very nice sight. Anyways, yeah, just shout out to Chauncey Billups. Apparently, he's the coach of the Pistons, per Shaquille O'Neal, who is just a fantastic member of the media. Anyways, back to the actual play here. Mikhail has the defender on his backside, clinging in a deep drop, and he does a very, very good job kind of just getting to his spot right by the free throw line here and just sinking a jumper. Obviously, don't attack Donovan Clingan in the paint. It's just never going to work. All right, second clip here. Kind of a similar kind of bucket here for Mikhail where he's just going to get to his spot and rise up for a midi. But different kind of action we're running here. As you can see here, fake DHO with Deuce. Guard screen. I just want you to pay attention to one tiny little thing here. Josh Hart's man is Donovan Clingan. And why is that? It's because no one respects Josh Hart's jumper, okay? So in order to have kind of like not, you know, atrocious spacing, what you're going to have to do with that non-shooter is you're going to have to put him in stuff like this, a guard screen, okay? And you're going to see that more often a little later on. But here's the funny thing, okay? Josh Hart is setting the guard screen, okay? Good job, sets the screen, no fouls, whatever. Just look at where Donovan Clingan is, okay? This guy is literally just camped directly in the paint, okay? The fact that Tom Thibodeau is seeing this happen late game and just does absolutely nothing, okay? I don't know how many times I can say the whole, I like Josh Hart, but he doesn't need to be on the floor all the time spiel. But it's really just eye popping and just glaring how often that this happens. And Mister, can't get married because I'm too locked in on basketball. Can't pay attention and see it. I really don't understand. I'm a very much a casual here. I've been breaking down film for about like 1 month, and I see what the Knicks' problem here is. It's that no one respects him as a shooter. Okay, so the fact that Tom Thibodeau still does not recognize this, or does and just willingly just says who cares, it's a little jarring from a professional NBA head coach. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyways, yeah, Josh Hart screen. Mikhail gets to his spot, knows not to challenge Klingon at the paint, and just drills a jumper. All right, so this play, clip number 3 here, is a little different in the sense that this is not like a Tibbs drawn up action. It's kind of playing off of a miss and with the defense a little bit scrambled. But before we even begin this, I just want to do a little detour. Quick little current events. Just what do we think about this Cardi album, fellas? I'm not saying I wanted him to be trolling about it, but it would have been very funny if he didn't actually drop it. That's all I'll say about that. Couple good tracks. I reserve the right to change my mind on it. So, it was solid. I'm sure it'll age pretty well. Anyways, detour over. Let's watch the play. OG gets a 3 up off of that, Mikhail paint touch. No good. Nice rebound by Hart. Kicks out to Mikhail. Nice pump fake to get Shaden Sharp, in the air and get him on his side. And from this specific situation, Mikhail, he has a little pocket here, between Klingon and where he is standing currently. So, he steps into that pocket, kind of, lets the play develop a little more. And what can he do from this situation? Well, Hart and OG are kind of, covered by a couple guys here, so you can't really pass it to them, especially OG, because then he's just going to pick that off nice and easy. And Deuce is at like half court, so don't throw it to him. There's only one play to make here. You got to put the ball in a spot where you get it over Kamara's head, 33, into Cat's hands for a nice open three-pointer, and that's exactly what Mikal Bridges does. Credit the Cat for knocking that down. All right, next clip here, really getting done in a crunch time. Another very simple guard screen with Hart and Bridges. As we can see here, once again, Donovan Clingan is nowhere remotely close to Josh Hart. I really don't wanna go on the whole rant again, but you already know, okay? You already know. Anyways, nice job by Mikal. I really like one thing here, and that is how deep in the paint he gets, you know? On a couple earlier ones, he was, like, maybe, like, took a foot in the paint or, you know, it was more just a free throw line jumper, but on this play in specific, he is getting really deep in the paint, okay? And he's still able to get that shot up and over clean, and, obviously paint touches is not something that the casual viewer is going to understand the importance of. However, you need to get deep in the paint, okay? Because if you're doing quote unquote paint touches like Mikhail was doing earlier in the game, where it's like he's getting maybe a foot in, they're not going to fully close in on you, okay? And you're not going to get the ideal, spray out to shooters passes. However, when you get this deep, then they're really going to have to pay attention to you. And, obviously he shot this, but let's say he passed it out. You got Deuce. Denny is well off of him. You got OG. Scoot is well off of him, You're gonna get better looks, and so I understand this is kind of a nerd observation, but the fact that he got really deep on the paint on this touch is fantastic. And even better is, knocking down a clutch time jumper. Alright, one last play here. Once again, another guard screen. And I really don't have the energy for it. I really don't. You know, Donovan Clingan is like a football field away from Josh Hart. But, you know, thank God for, Wednesday night Mikal Bridges turning into Kevin Durant because once again, nice job, just real casual. Like, it's kind of funny, 3 minutes left in overtime. He's just casually running it to the free throw line. Good job by him to get to his spot. And Donovan Clingan didn't even bother contesting that one. I don't know what he was doing. All right, now the final play of the game here is actually very funny, and that is because this is the greatest ATO you will ever see Tom Thibodeau run, and that is solely because it is not just Jalen Brunson save me, okay? Late game timeouts for the Knicks essentially just delve into, Tom Thibodeau telling them go hard on them dudes and just like probably like riffing about Taj Gibson and Derrick Rose. But anyways, this ATO here it's honestly very simple, and the fact that this is the best thing you come up with is just hilarious. But it's essentially just another guard screen just with an extra step of Josh Hart handing the ball back to Mikal. But, you'll see it's just a guard screen. And once again, Donovan Clingan is in drop. And that is the worst possible thing Chauncey Billups could have done. And that is because the whole thing with drop coverage is, we're not confident that your ball handler is going to hit this like jumper. So we're going to give up that jumper, but we're going to protect the paint. Okay. In this specific situation, get rid of the jumper. Who cares about the paint? Okay. They're not going to the paint. Okay, so anyway, just play the clip. You all saw what happened. There you go. Guard screen, clean, not nearly in a position to contest, and game time. Thank you, Chauncey Billups.
All right, yeah, but that's that. Appreciate any support you give me. Means a lot. You want me to do anything in specific? Just let me know. I'm not like strict on only talking about the Knicks here. So, yeah. Once again, appreciate you, and talk to you soon. I guess.